I want to say something very important, and that is that all lives matter.
I absolutely think that is a brave thing to say these days. Because
Should
yeah,
it
we're
be a
seeing.
brave thing to say that all lives matter? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Well,
What does it mean? This is the point. All lives matter doesn't mean that black lives don't matter. And black
but
lives matter, just as black lives matter,
doesn't
doesn't
mean.
necessarily mean that they matter more. It's all ridiculous.
But I find the whole Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter thing to be rather boring, because self-evidently what Black Lives Matter is saying is Lives Matter as well as non-Black lives. It is not saying that only Black Lives Matter, and people who are reading that, I think, are making mischief. I think that it's self-evidently true that in the United States, in particular, that the police tend to have a race problem and will treat African American people in a way that they wouldn't treat white Americans. So I don't really.
But that's a good point, because you said in America, and over here in the UK, things are different. If you're arrested and you're white, you're 25% more likely to die in incarceration than if you're black. We have different statistics. We have a whole different. It's a different country. Everything is different in America. And the problem is that we're importing their drama into our country. The protests have turned into riots over here, just as they have in America. We haven't said, but we probably should say that obviously racism does still exist. Racism is still a bad thing. It's a just cause to fight racism, and I don't think anyone on this podcast or anyone that I know would disagree with that, and I don't think that's what anyone is saying. But I do think that a lot of this drama that we're seeing in the UK is virtue signalling. It is people jumping on a bandwagon for essentially an incident that took place in a foreign land, and people just want to fight. They want an outlet. They're bored of being in lockdown, and they're fed up, and they're taking it out on the government, on the media, on everybody. They're frustrated, and this is a way for them to vent.